Hi everybody, my name is Noelle and welcome back to my yoga channel. Today's practice we are going to do Prasarita Padottanasana, which is an intense leg stretch. So we are going to start off with our left leg. We'll start with our left leg. So let's come to forward fold at the top of the mat. Now instantly, if you feel that your breath is cut off or short, you might want to stay in a forward fold longer, or just wait until your belly has emptied a little bit more before doing these videos. So anytime you do yoga, you always want to make sure you have an empty belly, so therefore your diaphragm can pull up, you can pull your belly in easier, you can feel your rib cage expanding and contracting. But we are going to start in a forward fold. Go ahead and bring your sit bones, your feet in line, and your feet are in about like a fist width, 2 fist width, depending where you are. And then you're gonna take 2 blocks as well. So make sure you have 2 blocks. And in intense leg stretch, it is an intense leg stretch, but in yoga, there's always the other part of the body that's working. So never get so distracted on the sensation that you're feeling on one side. You want to make sure that you're bringing all that breath, all that energy to your entire body. So therefore, everything can start working and uniting and balancing. All right, so I'm going to have an example here shortly with what I mean by that. So you're going to take a step back with the right leg. We're going to start with our left foot forward, right foot back. Now instantly, as you step back, I'm going to notice that this left hip can go out and push out. I'm going to bring it back to center. You might have tight sides, tight glutes and IT bands. You might have everything really tight on the side of your legs. If that's the case, you start working breath. You do not fold, because it only intensifies that. So you just start concentrating on how you can get square hips and feel okay and really deeply breathe. Once you feel like you can deeply breathe, your body will tell you when you want to go deeper, not your mind. And then you'll feel this like wonderful sensation that you can start folding. So both feet are in line with the sit bones, the hip bones, everything still. You never want to take your foot behind the other foot. You are practicing himsa, which is violence towards yourself, whether you know it or not. You want to practice ahimsa, which is non-violence, right? Okay, so just little yoga terms. So place your blocks however you'd like. If you feel like you're a little bit better pulling your torso a little higher with your hips, but you never want to have a rounded back. As you start pressing out your glutes, you're pulling in your pubic floor and you're pulling towards your lowest part of the ribs and the front part of the body. Okay, so here is step 1. The next step is, if you can go lower and you're already here waiting, drop your head and develop strong legs. If you can't get strong legs and straight legs with kneecaps lifted, you don't want to fold forward. You don't want to fold with bent knees. That may feel great, but then you're going to feel only in the left hamstring or the left IT band. And again, in yoga, You are practicing the entire body, not just the sensation that you feel in that leg, right? So you're really working a deeper place in your body. You're focusing on everything. So let's take that foot once again back. As you fold, those legs are super, super strong. The deeper you go, the more centered you're going to need to remind yourself that your body needs to be. Toes are pressing down but not tight. Breath is loose but deep. Shoulders are moving down the back as your chest, your belly, and everything's growing forward and the crown of the head more towards the floor. The place that I really have to remind myself is that right heel. That right heel is feeling just the same amount of energy as it is on the left. So right here, it's equal weight. So I imagine that I have a scale and I'm putting them under both feet, and one number should match the other number, right? So they should be equal. So figure out how to do that, because that's the strongest part. Then strong legs, work those hips in opposite direction. So right hip is pressing forward, left hip is moving back. Belly in, spine tall. Great place to have a mirror so you can look and see how your body is. And sometimes it may look very strange, but it feels so great inside. Go with that. Okay, so we're gonna take 3 breaths. We'll just take 3 breaths. And I'm gonna bring my fingers towards my toes, in line with my toes, and I'm gonna work my elbows and chaturanga elbows always. Anytime, any place, elbows in, shoulders down the back. Every pose that you have. Drop the head, strong legs, equal weight in both feet. And you're gonna breathe, inhaling for 3, 2, 1. Exhaling, slow. Feel like the torso is growing with your exhales. 1. Inhaling. You don't have to keep growing every time. Exhale. If you feel like you've reached a max, you just simply work long, deep breaths. We're going to do one more breath. Inhaling 3, 2, 1. Exhaling through the nose. 3, 2, 1. Now notice, before relaxing, are your quads still tight? Sometimes your feet, go ahead and come out. Sometimes your feet will take on that intensity. Like the toes will start really pressing down. Your jaw may take that as well. Your teeth start grinding. Your face could start squinting, but your quads will loosen. So this is the practice, and you really want to pay attention to the entire body. So that felt really great on my IT bands, and it felt really great working equal weight. So if you have equal weight in your body, then your breath is more controlled. All right, so you just really want to focus on those things. We're going to take a step back with our left leg this time, and we're going to do our right leg forward. Just come to the forward fold. Both sides, I guarantee, are different. Let's take that left foot, step it in line with the left hip, so very careful. And it's not so far behind you, because if it is, then it might not feel as controlled weight for that back leg. Like you might not feel that you can get that same number on that scale again if your feet were on a scale. Work your fingers in line with your toes, or however you feel that you can continue to keep square hips. Again, blocks could be anywhere to feel length in the torso. If you're here, again, you're still working the same place, just as if somebody next to you was folding. They're doing the same work. Okay, don't feel that you're not flexible enough. They are working just as hard as you. So you're going to take that left heel, really press it down, and you'll feel this little shift as you work right hip back, left hip forward. If you'd like, sometimes I'd like to take my hand to my tailbone, the low back, to make sure everything is equal. Take pictures of what your hips look like, or have somebody tell you if they're completely square. Strongest legs. It always starts from the ground up, so you're working feet equal, toes relaxed, jaw relaxed, strong, strong legs. Even the calves are working, so we're really picking everything up at the same time lengthening. Quads are strong, belly is in, and you're going to start breathing. So we're going to take an inhale through the nose, constrict the back of the throat. As you exhale, slow, steady exhales. 3, 2, 1. Strong legs. Inhale. You're really breathing deep. The amount of breath that's going in the bodies is helping you open to really paying attention to the exhales, so you can determine whether you can grow a little longer. Strongest breath, last breath, inhale. Really slow, and exhale. Elbows in, shoulders down the back. Allow gravity to take place in the torso. Go ahead and rise up halfway. And then you can step to a forward fold. Stay there. Just allow your body to drop. Or come and sit down. Well, this concludes the intense leg stretch. I really appreciate you watching this video. Definitely, if you have any pointers or tips to tell me, there are so many things going on in poses that you just, sometimes a video just can't cover everything. And definitely give me comments so I can help these videos, and you can help me and I can help you. So, all right, well, thank you so much. I hope you enjoyed it. Press the like button, subscribe, and I will see you on your mat next time. Thanks.